Hi, I'm so glad you're here. I'm Marie-Paule, and today we're going to talk about the one thing that no one ever talks about when they're getting ready to remodel their kitchen, and that is that they're scared they're going to get sick of the choices that they've made. And I have a solution. I always say that you should think of putting together your kitchen like putting together an outfit. So let's start with the most basic outfit, a white t-shirt and jeans. You and I both know that you can wear a white t-shirt and jeans, throw your hair in a ponytail, wear some flip-flops, and go to a grocery store. But you can also put on a great pair of heels and some wonderful jewelry and go to a concert or go to dinner. You can also wear a black blazer and some boots and go to a business meeting. There's no risk, and there's nothing you can't take back. And that's the exact thing that we're going to talk about today, because what I want to make sure you don't do is get so safe and so conservative in the choices that you make that your kitchen doesn't end up reflecting your style. So I want to show you a couple of solutions that I found inspiring, and I hope you're inspired by them too. The first one is a kitchen that I actually did in Washington, and our objective here was to make sure that the focal point was bringing the outside in as opposed to whatever was happening in the kitchen. We wanted a very uncluttered look, and what we did here on an island that happened to be 13 feet long was get some really large accessories in the same colors, pop in a couple of apples, and called it a day. This is a very low commitment item because you can change it whenever you want. You could make it more Christmassy, you could make it more Eastery, you could make it more contemporary or more country, whatever you want. The next one I love is from Better Homes and Gardens, and they are always showing us such amazing images of unbelievable kitchens, and I think this one is no exception. In this case, what they did is they painted the back of the cabinets in a creamy white. They lightly distressed it in this case and put some blue chambray stripes. I mean, this is something that you can do in an hour with some chalk paint and some masking tape. And here's the thing, the back of your cabinets are made out of melamine. It's as cheap as it gets. So you're not risking anything. It's like $20 for an enormous sheet of it, and you cut it with a knife. So you're gonna get a lot of impact without a lot of risk. And I think this is a really great example. Now, something to think about here too. If you want what's in your cabinet to stand out, then the background should be a dark color. If you want the back of your cabinet to stand out, then the back of your cabinet should be a light color. Think of it like crown molding. Typically, we want crown molding to stand out, so we painted a lighter color than the wall, and it makes it come forward and pop out. It's the same thing with the back of your cabinets. This next example is from Palatial Living, and this is a super bold choice. They chose a dark willow blue. They painted some beadboard and just, again, popped it into the back of their cabinet. It completely changes the look, and you can see that since it's darker, what they've put in front of the dark beadboard definitely stands out, and so do the doors of the cabinets. Now, if you take a look at this, in this example, that picture up in the top left, if the back of the cabinet was white, it would be more textural instead of completely standing out and being more sculptural so that you can see the shape of the picture. So I think this is a fun, bold choice. And again, there's no risk. You just take it out and either leave the melamine behind it, and so that's what you see when you take it out, or you just replace the melamine, and it's no big deal. This next inspiration piece is from House Beautiful, and they do such a great job too, don't they? And I love this because it's very casual and very, definitely farmhouse, definitely country, and I love it. It's a gorgeous powdery turquoise. And again, perfect example. Look at these gorgeous canisters that they have in the top. You wouldn't see the shape, the sort of ruffly shape of the top if the back of it was white. I would love it if the back of it was white, but in this case, it really makes the door stand out. It highlights the height of the door, and it definitely puts a focal point on what you have inside of the cabinets. Now, if you're more modern and more minimalist, or even you're just not ready to take a risk of doing anything to your brand new cabinets, consider just accessorizing your counter in a way that doesn't take up a bunch of your counter space. This is Lindy Galloway, and she does really a wonderful, wonderful job. She's so creative. And in this case, she has a really cool cutting board and a couple of cookbooks. That's not going to take up a lot of space. There's no commitment, and you can change it on a whim. You can do whatever you want. You know, if you wanted your kitchen to be a little bit more mid-century modern, you could have a tray that has more of a pop of color there. You could have cookbook covers that maybe are a little bit more graphic. And I just think it looks great. And again, there's no commitment. So what I'm telling you is that through styling, through accessorizing, you're making this kitchen uniquely yours. No one else will have this kitchen, and you will see it nowhere else. But you also can alleviate any fears that you have of making a mistake, because all of this is something that might take a tiny little bit of effort, but it takes very, very little money, very, very little investment, and there's very, very little commitment. Now, if you're getting ready to renovate your kitchen and you want to get it done on time, in style, and under budget, I have just put out a brand new program that you can access for free by clicking below. I sure hope you will. I hope you'll join us, and I can't wait to help you get your kitchen accomplished.